What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, just feel free to just stick around, feel the vibe, see if you like what you see. And if you do, just go ahead and leave a like on that video. It helps a lot. Also, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Our goal is to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. We're getting close, close to the end of the year, and close to 100 subscribers, to be fair. So I really appreciate that for those who did subscribe. But I think we can hit 100 before the end of the year. Am I being hopeful? Maybe, but I think we can. In today's video, we will be covering Manchester United versus Aston Villa. Manchester United go away to Aston Villa in the Premier League. Now, I'm not gonna lie, we might be cooked. Aston Villa are currently 9 wins in a row, 6 wins in the Premier League in a row. So they're in pretty good form. They're currently sitting third in the league, so they're just right behind Arsenal and Man City. And I'll be honest, they look like a solid team. Now, I don't think they're basically in the title race, and they are not basically, they are in the title race. Do I think they have what it takes to win the league? Definitely not. And I think the fact that they're in this position is a bit of a surprise, to be fair. I didn't think they'd be doing this well this far in the season. But you have to give credit where it's due. They have fantastic players. Lindelof. Onana is actually good. They got some good players. Jadon Sancho. They got some decent players. Of course, Jadon Sancho is. I think he's suspended for this game, so he won't be featuring. Also, he's still our lone player, right? Yeah, he's still our lone player. So I don't know. It might be in the country that he won't play regardless. But I digress. But anyway, now, do I think we have a shot at winning? Absolutely. I will always back this United team to win against anyone. Realistically speaking, that's a whole different conversation. But this is football. We know miracles happen all the time. I wouldn't quite go far as to say this would be a miracle if we do win, but it would be a miracle if we keep a clean sheet. Now, the main issue for me is, can we outscore them? Now, in our last 2 games, we've scored 4 goals. So we scored 8 goals in 2 games. I mean, we're on fire. Manchester United are currently second highest goal scoring team in the Premier League this season so far, right? So we can score goals, which is a far cry from last season, to be fair. So do I think we can score 1, 2, 3 goals against this team? If we play the way we played in the last 2 games, I think absolutely. At that same time, we are going to leak some goals in our defense. Now, if you look at Aston Villa, they're no slouch, right? They've scored 25 goals this season already. The only difference is they've conceded 17 instead of literally 10 more, 26 or 9 more, whatever. But they've scored 25 goals this season, right? So they can score goals. They can score goals, no doubt about that. And considering how weak and soft our defense is, there's no doubt that we will concede. So I'll go over what I think our final score would be at the end of the video. But as for the starting lineup, I do believe starting off goalie, surprise, surprise, Senan Laments. I hope I said that right. He's going to start for us. Now, there's been some controversy. People are saying he's a flop. He has the same number of cleats as Onana did in the first 10 games, blah, 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 whatever. I don't want to hear it. I'll be honest, I don't want to hear it. Okay? He can do the basics right. He barely makes any mistakes. He's made probably 1 mistake, a misplaced pass, all season so far. During Onana and Bayender's era, right, we were making mistakes, like twice a game minimum, right? Twice a game minimum, there's something going on, right? So he's not making mistakes. He's doing a simple job. His saving can use some work. He seems to be kind of stagnant sometimes. You'd be like, okay, maybe you could do a little better than that. Maybe you could dive a little better. How's your reaction speed? It could be a little better. It's not David De Gea level saving, not in the slightest. But he can save with his feet too. But I did think he'll start. That's no brainer. Looking at our defense, now this is where it might get complicated. Are we going to play with 4 in the back? Are we going to play with 3 in the back? That's a question that's still out there. I do see us more so starting with 3 and maybe transitioning to 4 when necessary, like we did in our last game. But for who I think would be our defense, I love Heaven. I really do. I love Heaven. Euro, I love Euro. I really do. And I really hope that both of them start. Right? Heaven, he's good on the ball. He can pass. I think the only issue with why we felt so open against Bournemouth is just because, those two haven't played together before. It's their first time. I do think that, yes, they do need someone maybe in the center to act as that leader. I don't think Martinez would play in the center. I don't think he really start this game. I do think he might get subbed in. I think he's just, you don't want to throw him in. We've been subbing him in for a bit now, but I still think he needs some time to really get back into the flow of things, because then you risk injury. He's very injury prone. So knowing Ruben Amorim, he's super conscious of injuries. I don't quite think we're just going to throw him in right now, right? So I do believe Martinez won't start. I think it's Shaw, Euro, and Heaven. All three of them need to start, right? Heaven in the middle, Euro on the right, Shaw on the left. And I think this time they've had some time to maybe work on the pitch. I do think they'll be a little better, right? The only issue is Casemiro suspended. So because Casemiro suspended, our midfield two, that double pivot, Bruno and Mainu, in my opinion, right? Mainu came on against Bournemouth. He played exceptionally well. There was a controversy about his brother wearing the Free Club Mainu shirt, whatever. Ruben Amorim's press conference, if you didn't watch it, he did a pretty good job at subduing any speculation and any, making it less than it actually is, right? I mean, he didn't blow it out of proportion with his response. He just basically said, if Manu's going to start, he's going to start. If he's not going to start, he's not going to start. It's not because of the T-shirt. So, that being said, I do think he should start. If I see Ugarte on that pitch, someone's head is going to come off. I'm being honest. Like, someone's head is going to come off. I cannot be seeing Ugarte on there. I need to see my boy Mainu. I need to see him play. He played well against Bournemouth. I think he has a good shot at starting this game. Bruno, no brainer, he's going to be there. Bruno is fantastic for us. I know last season, he came out saying in an interview that last season, people wanted him to leave. He didn't really feel appreciated in the club. I think we need to bend over backwards for Bruno. Genuinely. He kept us out of relegation last season, without a doubt. The things, even though we haven't won a Premier League with him yet, the things that we have achieved with Bruno on our team is insane. What he's done for us is hard to quantify, without a doubt. He should 100% be considered a legend of Manchester United and of the Premier League. But that's another video, honestly. That's another video. Anyway, I do think Bruno will start. We're looking at Cunha and Mount, without a doubt. They're going to start. Mbomo, Ahmad, and Marjari, they're out for AFCON, so they won't feature, unfortunately. Good luck to them at their respective countries, however. So we'll see Cunha, we'll see Mount. On our wingbacks, we're probably going to see Dalot and Dorgu. Now, Dorgu hasn't played the best when he has featured, but we don't really have any other options. So, oh well. Dalot, he's been doing well. The past 2 games, he's played pretty well, to be fair. But although he played well on the left. Now I think he might have to play on the right. So we'll see how it goes. It really depends on how Ruben Amorim wants to set up the team. I know he likes a left-footed person on the right as well. So there is a chance that we might see Dorgu play the right. But I do think Dorgu will probably stay in the left, Dalot on the right. And maybe within the game we might switch that. Just to confuse Aston Villa. And our number 9, our starter, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Benjamin Sesko. He's just coming back from injury. He's coming back from illness. I think he's in a much better spot than Martinez. Knock on wood, because I don't want to jinx anything. But I think he's in a much better spot than Martinez when it comes to his injuries. So I think when it comes to his recovery more so. So I think he is in a better position to start. So I expect to see him starting. And hopefully with this game, if we win this game, we're moving to, what are we? We are 8th now, based on all the games going on. As of recording this video, we're 8th. If we move, we're 29 points if we win. So that's level on points with Chelsea, pretty much. So we'll move back up to 5th, right in front of Liverpool. So I think we need to win this. With everything going on with Liverpool, there's no way in hell that they should still be above us right now. Yes, they're still a better team than us. I still believe that, to be fair. But overall, although maybe that's a whole conversation, to be fair. But I would just say, yeah, they are a better team than us, and it'd be disgraceful if we end up below them after this game. I'm not gonna lie. That being said, it's tough because Aston Villa, man, they're a proper team. I considering their form now, I don't see them winning, but hopefully United can give them their first loss in 10 games. All right. Final prediction scoreline. What I think the score will be, as a biased man who loves United and wants to manifest this, I hope United can win a solid 3-2. If we can score 3 goals, somehow prevent 3 from going into our net, obviously we win the game. Do I think that's realistic? Probably not. If I'm being 100% real, I think we're looking at a 2-1 game here, to Aston Villa win. I think genuinely looking at a 2-1 game. Hopefully we can grab a draw at least. But I'd say that would be my final score predictions. We have to be realistic, but hopefully they prove me wrong and we can get the win. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. That's all I got for this video. I would love to hear your scoreline predictions. What you think the scoreline might be, I'd love to see that in the comments below. Who you think might be our scorers. I think Šeško. I hope Šeško gets a goal. Bruno Fernandes is always a threat. I hope Manu gets a goal. Cunha needs a goal as well. So there's a lot of people I really hope score. But that being said, at this point, I just want to see you win, and I want to be proven wrong. So again, that's all I got for you guys for this video. If you like the video, feel free to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.